Well, we are back in Michigan right now, and we are in the fun stand. It is the 3rd of October. We came back from West Virginia this morning. We just got in. I shot my bow and made sure it was on again, and I hurried on out here in the backyard. Really hoping for some movement tonight. It's been rainy all day, just like it was in West Virginia yesterday, and unfortunately I got down early. I'm not happy about it because it cost me a really nice 8-point. Cell cam showed up before I was even in my truck that he came in, but it was a monsoon, so made the right decision. Because I really don't think, even if I made a great shot on him, that I would have had a real successful blood trail to follow. Needless to say, we're back here in Michigan. I got a nice 6-point and an 8-point back here. I'm going to let them go. Hoping to fill the old freezer with a doe tonight. And that's the game plan really for out here this year, unless something big shows up. So we're going to sit tight and see what happens. Maybe they'll be moving with this stormy weather. So let's hope. Kyle watched this buck for quite a while, but with daylight closing, this deer needed to get about 30 yards closer, and unfortunately, this buck walked right out of Kyle's life like they usually do. Well, it is Tuesday, October 12th, and it's about 7:30 in the morning, and we are on a piece of private ground here, and we are overlooking a nice strip here. where we can see quite a ways. I have 4 hunts that I can hunt here, and I decided to hunt here this morning so I can see. We got turkeys gobbling off in the distance. This is the exact spot where Kyle saw that really big buck last year. I think it was like a 150-inch 10-point. But this spot has a lot of potential. These deer are moving back and forth between these woodlots. There's corn about 100 yards behind me and pumpkins to my left, which is myself. Not too focused on the pumpkins right now because it's a south wind. So we're focusing more on these deer in front of us moving in between these corn. That's right behind me. So hopefully they'll move a little bit this morning. It's kind of windy and cloudy, but it's got all the potential for a big buck.
With the 2021 deer season finally here in Michigan, I set a field with high hopes and some pretty good goals that I wanted to achieve. As a hunter who wants to constantly grow, I feel it's important to have goals each season. One of these goals included shooting my biggest buck ever, so I wasn't going to release an arrow or pull the trigger on a buck unless I knew it met that criteria. I'm at a point in my hunting career where I don't have to get a buck every year, and I'm certainly not competing with anyone other than myself. So for me, this was a very important goal, as I felt it would make me a more disciplined hunter and a better one at that. And now, I had the whole season in front of me to achieve this goal.
Well, just had 2 does and a fawn come through, and they really followed the script. They came out of the corn about a couple 100 yards behind me, came right to this woodlot, moseyed around right in front of me. I could have shot them easily, and then they meandered off into the other woodlot, which is someone else's private, but hey, it's a good start. We'll take it. Well, it is the 12th of October, and we're back in the stand here on a private farm in Michigan. We're actually in a stand that we put up in early August, and it is beautiful. There's a cornfield right in front of us, there's woods behind us, and there's a strip to our side here with some grass. We'll have probably a 35 yard shot. And it's a shot we've been practicing all summer long, so we're ready for this. And I'm thinking these deer are going to come through this woodland here, right into this grassy knoll area, and into this corn and back and forth and so forth. They could come from behind us. We got a southwest wind if they do, so we're going to be covered there. It's about 67 degrees, which is nice because it's been in the 80s the last couple days. This is the first major temp drop of the 2021 deer season, and it's pretty cloudy. It's been rainy the last couple days, so I got a feeling these deer are going to be moving on their feet. We hunted the eagle's nest this morning, and we ended up seeing 6 deer. One of them was a buck, and he was kind of dogging a doe a little bit. Nothing too serious, but it was 352 yards, so a little bit of a poke for a bow. Now, like I said, this spot's perfect. There's a ton of rubs right behind us, so there's some big bucks in here. In fact, Kyle hunted here twice. Both times he saw shooters. First time he saw, he thinks it's a 160. Second time he thought probably 130s. So hopefully they'll be moving tonight and give us a shot. But we're gonna sit still because this spot is absolutely perfect. 53 yards. Big doe. Well, it's 6:30 right now. We've had about 6 does just kind of meandering in the corn over here. Nothing within shooting distance at all. Kyle is hunting the spot I hunted this morning. He's seen a couple does, a couple fawns and a 6-point, and one really big tom, he said. So got about an hour, a little over an hour left of hunting. So hopefully things pick up and they start moving more into our shooting area here. But if not, we'll be back in the morning.
What?
What'd you see?
6 more does. Those 4 that were out in the beans. They came into the neighbor's property and then crossed right at dark. And then another doe and a fawn. But other than that, just a bunch of does and that 6-point.
I ended up seeing 12 deer, a bunch of raccoons, 11 does it looked like, and then one little buck, maybe a 6-point, 4-point, not sure, but everything would come out really like 80 yards away and they just pop out real quick in that grass, and then bam, they're gone, and you can't tell what they are, and you just kind of hope to see them because it's tough looking in that corn unless they're directly in front of you. So let's get undressed, get some food.
Good.
Well, it is October 13th, and we are back in the stand. It's about 4:30. We have a southwest wind. We're hunting the same spot that we hunted yesterday. I really wanted to get on that tree line where a lot of those deer are popping out, but with the southwest wind, there's absolutely no way. And you can't shoot into the neighbor's property. So we're back here. We're gonna hunt it, and if we have to use it as an observation set, then so be it. This is our last hunt for the week here, and then we're gonna go home, work for 2 days, and we're going right up to the UP to scout and get ready for deer season, deer camp up there, and then maybe Monday we'll swing back this way. But it's a hot one, and I don't expect a lot to be moving until it's right at dark, so might be in for a long sit, don't know. We're hoping not, but we're gonna keep our eyes on the field now. Well, we got about 45 minutes of legal hunting light left, and it's been really slow so far. So far, we just seen 4 does, a raccoon, and a bunch of turkeys. But I don't know if it's this heat or what, but it's chilled down a little bit. One thing that I did notice is it does sound like behind us quite a ways. It sounds like there's a corn combine going off, so that might spark the deer movement here in the next couple of days. We'll just have to see. But gonna continue to focus on this corn from rows right now and hope for the best, but running out of time.
This buck kept Kyle on the edge of his seat for quite a while before giving Kyle the slip once again and heading off into the woods behind him, right in my direction. Unfortunately, he pulled a Houdini act and disappeared as I never laid an eye on him. The evening wasn't a complete bust for me though, as I watched several deer before darkness come creeping up on me and forced me out of the stand and back to work for the next couple days. Now it was time to pack up and head to Michigan's Upper Peninsula for a scouting mission.